This is Taufik again. Last week we talked about setting up a single network configuration using Cisco packet tracer. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped. I already have my packet tracer launched already, coming up shortly. So this is the Cisco packet tracer environment, and I explained that we have the title bar where we have the restore, the maximize and minimize, the close button. We have the standard bar here, we have the tools, and here we have our devices and connections. Also, this is simulation tab. This is the simulation mode. This is the logical mode, symbolizing the logical connection between the router and the hosts and the switches. And this is the physical mode, which symbolizes how it is being set up physically. So I'm going to go right ahead and open the network we set up. This is the network we set up. When you connect your host to the switch is automatically a plug and play device, which means that once you connect it automatically, your device is operating. But whenever we are going to connect to the router and we are going to connect from one router to another, what we need is you have to configure the ports, to set it to assign addresses, set it to not shut down, and also enable either if there is subnet mask or not. You have to do all those ones. Also, we have to configure administrative privileges so as to enable password, the console, and so on and so forth. So right ahead now, I'm going to go to router 1, command line interface. You click on the CLI, which is the command line interface, and we get started. So our router, if you press EN, enable, for it to enter the privileged mode, and from the privileged mode you type configure terminal for it to enter the global configuration mode. So at the global configuration mode, basically what we are doing here is we are configuring the router. First thing is enable password. Let's say password Cisco. Enable password Cisco. Enable secrets. Let's say Cisco 1. And so enable password, enable secret. Your secret password is what, anytime you want to do any configuration on the router, is what we are going to use to log in into the router. So enable secrets. So my password here is going to be Cisco 1. Also, let me change the host name from router to an host name by typing host name. Let me give it TQ001. So it has changed from router config to TQ001 config. So from here on, I will now say banner message of the day, banner MOTD. Start with hash. Welcome to TQ network. So this is the message I will receive anytime I want to access my network. So also, let us configure our console ports. Line con 0, password Cisco 2, login. Line aux 0, that is the auxiliary port, password Cisco 3, login. Next, we have to go back. We exit the line configuration for us to enter the virtual terminal. So line VTY. You don't know the number of virtual terminals, you put question mark. So it's telling you we have from 0 to 15 virtual terminals. So we need to configure all the terminals. Line VTY is 015. Line VTY, sorry about that, 015. Password Cisco 4. Login. So after this, it is a very good practice to encrypt my password. Service password encryption. Sorry, I need to go back to the global configuration mode. Exit. Service password encryption. So it has been encrypted. Then you end. So it is telling me that I've configured from console to console. Then I need to copy. This is the running configuration. I need to copy it to the startup configuration so that I won't have to start to configure my router again all the time. So what I will do basically is copy run start, that is copy running config to startup config. It's asking me the destination file name, just press enter. Okay, so we end. Another thing is, when you reach this point, this is the privileged mode, you don't press end again, you exit. So when it gets a command that it doesn't recognize, it will first route it towards the domain server for a time, then it will bring an error message back that the configuration is not complete. So I will need to wait for a while for this one to go. I'll press Ctrl 6. If it did not work, then just leave it. So I'm going to do the same thing for the 3 routers. Router, command line interface, enter, enable, configure terminal, enable password Cisco, enable secret Cisco 1, host name TQ002, banner MOTD, welcome to TQ network, like console 0, password Cisco 2, the login, line aux, that is the auxiliary port, aux 0, password Cisco 3, login, line VTY 015, password Cisco 4, login. So you exit, surface password encryption, then do copy run start and exit. So it is asking user access verification. So if I type my password, the secret password Cisco 2, it will enter the enable, the configuration mode. So this is, so enable again, enter the console password this time, Cisco 2, Cisco 1 rather, sorry. So the secret password again, so Cisco 1, to take me to the global configuration mode. So this is how it works. That is for router, the second router. So let me quickly do it for the third router too, so that we can proceed. Enable conft. Now mind you don't need to type the full configuration. So for the shorten, if you shorten it and another thing is not available that is also a shortened version of what you are typing, the command you are typing, the router will automatically recognize it and you can continue. So conf is configure, T is terminal. So just type conf T and continue. Also, this one is enable password, Cisco, enable secrets, Cisco 1. Be careful of the password when you are typing it. Hostname CQ003. So it has changed. Banner MOTD. Welcome to TQ network. Next, icons to 0. Password Cisco 2. Line login. Line aux 0. Password Cisco 3. Login. Line VTY 015. Password Cisco 4. Login. And sorry, I need to go back. Surface password encryption. Then you can end. Copy. Run start. Okay. So exit. So we are done. So that is setting up administrative privileges for the routers. Okay, so this one, copy, exit. So we are done. So that is that about. So don't forget, whenever you want to configure the router again, you will use your console or the auxiliary or the VTY password, whichever terminal you are using to configure the router, to first enter the configuration mode. Then from there you use your secret password to enter the global configuration, the privileged mode. So from the privileged mode you can now continue to the global configuration mode. Then you can set up your administrative privileges. Next class we are going to talk about how we use our assign IP address. We configure the gigabit Ethernet port and the serial ports so that the router can send information from one network, can route information or route packets rather from one network to the other. Thank you very much.